Howdy, my name's Abby Hahn, and I am a first year master's student in the Recreation and Youth Development program. Today I will be presenting on my program activity assignments. And so I'm going to share my screen and pull those up as I walk through what I've created. Perfect. Awesome. So today I'm going to go over program activity assignment number 1. For this assignment, I was tasked with ideas for teaching youth responsibility and ownership. For this assignment, I created 5 program activities, one being called the Blind Maze, Flush and Brush, Spirit Stick Chant, Stealth Patrol, and 3, 2, Don't Let It Pop. Perfect. So right now I'm going to go to program activity number 1 and walk through what each program activity looks like. So the activity title is the Blind Maze. The location for this activity is outside or spacious area like a gym. The length of this session is 10 to 20 minutes. The group size is 10 to 20 participants. The appropriate ages are between 6th and 12th grade, so older participants are preferred. Materials / supplies needed, objects to create a maze. This could include cones, hurdles, whatever you would like as a facilitator, and then a blindfold. The objective is to teach program participants responsibility and communication skills as they have to lead their partner through the blindfolded maze. So this is what the briefing looks like. Program participants will be partnered by the facilitator. The objective is for one participant to successfully complete a maze blindfolded while their partner is not blindfolded guides them by their voice. It's important that each partner communicates with one another and that the participant guiding the blindfolded partner is patient and gives clear direction. This could look like walk 5 large steps forward and 2 small steps to the right. Safety concerns to be aware of for this activity. Since one of the participants is blindfolded, it's important to consider dangers that come with it, like tripping hazards. So making sure the objects used to create the maze are smaller and would not be too dangerous to step on or trip over in the event that it does happen. Some variations to this activity, the facilitator could include a rope section to the maze where participants blindfolded need to pick up a rope that's included and follow it to the next portion of the maze. So that is the first activity. The second activity is called Flush and Brush. So the location of this is camper cabins. This is in a summer camp setting. The length of this session is 30 minutes. The group size is 10 campers per cabin. And then the appropriate ages are between 1st and 5th grade, so a younger group of students or kids. Materials / supplies needed. Campers must have all toiletries necessary for showers and bedtime prep. The objective of this activity is to get kids in and out of the shower and ready for bed in a timely manner. It's especially important with this group being younger, and teaching them responsibility of how to properly care for themselves in a limited amount of time. The briefing, it is the camp counselor's responsibility to give campers 30 minutes to take showers and get ready for bed before taps, which is also lights out. Showers for each camper must be at max 3 minutes, and counselors will monitor the time and tell campers when it's time to switch out. Campers must take care of showers, brushing their hair and teeth, changing clothes, going to the bathroom, and any necessary tasks before bed. This time teaches campers time management and how to take responsibility in caring for themselves. So some safety concerns. Counselors must monitor camper bathroom activity to make sure there is not exposed nudity or any other inappropriate behaviors during the 30 minutes. Some variations to this activity, blush and brush can be an activity to help campers get ready for the day as well. Counselors can create a set playlist and a final song to signal to the campers that they only have a few minutes left before they must either be ready for bed or to start their day. For the following activity, we will be looking at a spirit stick chant. So the length of this session is 5 minutes to present the group's chant and 30 minutes to create it. The main location to present the spirit stick chant is the main program activity area. For some programs, that could look like the cafeteria or the eating area, or that could look like the gym or just a completely different space, whatever your program looks like. The group size is 10 participants per group, and then the appropriate ages are 1st through 5th grade. There are no materials or supplies needed. And then whenever we look at objectives, this activity builds team unity and teaches the group how to take responsibility in creating a chant to win an activity. This type of activity creates program participant buy-in, creating program ownership, which is ultimately the goal of these kinds of activities that I've been tasked with creating. For the briefing, program activity participants will engage in creating a chant together to win the spirit stick. These chants are judged on creativity and effort put in. Everyone in the group must contribute in creating and presenting the chant. Some safety concerns to be aware of. There aren't many for this activity, but the chants must be encouraging and appropriate. Some variations. The spirit stick chant can include a dance, or a theme based on the program theme, or if it's near a holiday like Christmas, they can make a chant that's based on that. Next, moving on to program activity number 4, we're going to look at stealth patrol. So the location for this activity is outside on camp property. The length of this session is 45 minutes. The group size is 10 participants per group. Appropriate ages are 1st through 5th grade. And looking at the materials and supplies needed, objects based on the program theme to find are necessary. So this could look like jingle bells, this could look like tinsel, Christmas lights, a list of clues to find those objects. Program leaders holding those objects in a marker so they can check off the clue from the list, a sheet to decode a message with the clues, plus objects found. So for the objective of this activity is to have program participants collaborate in a team and work together, as well as build responsibility to solve clues and decode a message. So now to move on to the briefing of this activity, Stealth Patrol is an interactive detective type game where participants are given a list of clues and they must find the objects associated with those clues. Each object helps decode a specific message necessary to the program. If program participants are stopped by security, these are program leaders in disguise, they must give an elaborate excuse to let them pass through without giving away what they're actually doing. So this could look like a group of kids singing Christmas carols, if we're going to use the theme of Christmas. As soon as they're stopped by security, they will start Christmas caroling and say, "Oh, we're just Christmas caroling," and not give away to the security guard that they are looking for clues to decode a message. They must get, the first group to answer all of the clues by finding the objects and has their list of clues checked off and decodes the message within the given amount of time wins the game. Some safety concerns to look out for. One of the main concerns is sticking together as a group. Since the game is typically played in the dark outside, it is hard to stay together and find one another if a participant of the group gets lost. Some variations. The objects must be that must be found to win the game and decode the secret message can change per theme of the program that is being facilitated. So, for example, if you are at a summer camp, some of the objects that can be found can include a sandcastle bucket and a popsicle, or just random things like that that associate with the activity theme. Finally, moving on to the last program activity under this theme umbrella is 3-2 Don't Let It Pop. After explaining this program activity, I will then be facilitating this activity if a group were to be participating in this. So a little bit of role play. So the location is with the program group throughout the program. So basically the program leader will carry around 3 balloons wherever the group goes. And this helps keep all of the program participants in check. The length of the session is throughout the week of the program. The group size is 10 to 20 kids. Appropriate ages are between 1st and 5th grade. And the materials needed. There should be 3 blown up water balloons. These contain air and not water. Have the program participants decorate these balloons with markers to have fun faces on them. The facilitator will also need a sharp object to pop the balloons if necessary. This could be a pen, a pair of scissors, a thumbtack, anything that would pop an aired up small water balloon. And then there should be a prize for the group if the balloons are not popped at the end of the week. So, some objectives to look at. Youth will engage in taking responsibility for their program and their actions. Their actions determine how the program goes. It shows the importance of following directions, and the balloons will give the program group of youth a visual representation of where they stand behavior-wise, as well as following instructions given by the leader. Here is the activity briefing. For this activity, program facilitators will blow up 3 water balloons and have their group of kids draw faces on them with markers. Once that is completed, the facilitator will introduce the balloons as the group pets. The objective is to get the kids to listen and follow instructions throughout the program. If they do not or are misbehaving, a balloon will be popped with a sharp object by the facilitator. The goal is to keep the balloons from popping. If balloons are not popped at the end of the set period of time, the group will receive a prize. And then some safety concerns to evaluate before starting this program activity is that the program participants might get their hands on the sharp objects that are used to pop the balloons, so keeping that out of their reach, as well as being aware of loud noises that are created by popping those balloons. Finally, some variations to look at. Another variation of this activity is to allow participants to blow up a balloon and carry it with them individually so they know what they are personally responsible for. This gives them greater ownership of their actions and teaches them individual responsibility rather than the group. Perfect. So now we are going to move into role playing for this program activity. Hi kids, my name is Miss Abby, and today we will be beginning the game 3-2 Don't Let It Pop. Here with me today, I have some balloons. We are going to blow these balloons up, and then once they are tied, I'm going to pass the balloon around as well as a marker, so each of y'all can write or draw a different face on these balloons. All right, now that these are tied and drawn on, I'm going to show you our group pets. So these balloons are to make sure that us as a group are following directions and instructions while we get to participate in this program throughout the week. Now, the objective of this activity is to make sure that the balloons do not pop. Now, If we are misbehaving and not listening to Miss Abby after I give specific instructions, whether we are lining up and not all of y'all line up on time, then Miss Abby will have to take this pen right here and I will have to pop the balloon. Now, we don't want our group pets to pop, right? No. Okay, so the objective is for us as a group to take care of these group pets. And by the end of the week, if we have any of the group pets left and not all of them are popped, I will bring y'all a treat that Friday afternoon to thank y'all for being responsible and listening and following instructions. Sound good, everyone? Perfect. Now fast forward on to day 3, and we are lining up for an activity. Alrighty, guys, we have 2 more minutes of this activity. Once those 2 minutes are up, I'm going to have all of you guys get in a line, and we are going to move on to lunch. 2 minutes goes by. Alrighty, kiddos, we are going to line up. Everyone get in a single file line, and we are going to move on to lunch. Oh, Sarah, are you listening? No, we can't keep playing that activity. No, we need to line up for lunch now. If we don't line up for lunch now, the rest of the group isn't going to get to go. We have to wait on you. Are you going to listen? No? Okay. I'm sorry, you guys. We are going to have to let one of our group pets go because as a group, we're all going to need to follow instructions. Here's my pen. Pop. Okay, now we are down to 2. Perfect. We go to lunch and everyone's listening and following instructions. Great job, group. We still have our group pets. Fast forward to the final day. Perfect. Y'all listened incredibly the rest of this week. Thank y'all for following instructions. Because we still have 2 group pets blown up and they have not popped yet, and y'all have been so great at following instructions the first time when asked, y'all will get candy at the end of the day. Awesome. Okay, so that is program activity number 5. That is how 3-2 Don't Let It Pop works. Thank you for listening to my program activity assignment number 1.